Hi everyone, Miss Schlarman here, and we're going to talk about Kirigami. Kirigami is like origami, except for you can use cuts. So it's kind of more of an elaborate way, kind of gives you a little more freedoms. Because origami is traditionally, you can't cut the paper, you just fold it. And Kirigami is when you cut and fold. All right, this is absolutely awesome. And the first thing that always pops to my head when I see Kirigami is cards, like pop out books and pop up cards, and just the elaborate that goes through it. And think of it, that's just like one piece of paper. It's wild. I mean, look at the detail. Look at this one, just the whole graphic kind of move of it, and the details and the cuts and the folds and being one piece of paper. This one I like. It's got more of like an actual scene to it, and you can see where the cutouts have come from and where they're coming in, and how if you fold it, where it would be. This one's actually missing some of the paper, so some of the paper that was cut out is actually gone. This one is a beautiful card, the peacock there. I like how they put that other color behind the white paper so that it could pop up and really see where the cuts are. This one is more traditional in the style that we're going to be doing. You can see it almost looks like steps going up to it, and it's more just a geometric shapes. This one is just using 3 cuts, but you can see totally how you could turn this into like a cool looking like bookshelf or something you can add into it, or just look at the beauty of the shape. The more you get into it, the research that you do, you can see like traditional techniques that they use and more things about where to fold, where to cut. And the more you do, of course, the better you get at anything. This one, look at all the detail. Now, this detail is also achieved using an X-Acto blade, where most of us don't have those. I'll talk to you about that as we go on. But scissors, we kind of have to keep it a little bit more simple when you're just using scissors. But when you get into actually using a blade, then that helps. So, for example, this would be, see, an X-Acto blade where you put it on, use like a cutting board behind it, and you can just like cut out the paper. You'll see me do it in the demonstrations. Okay. This one I love. It's beautiful because it's actually representing a rose, and it's gorgeous. And then look at all of these geometric shapes. So we're going to focus predominantly on geometric shapes. I'm going to show you in fast motion, and then I'll slow it down, I'll explain it, and then we'll do one together. All right, let's get to it. Kirigami is such cool art. I love it. I love how it just pops out and makes it look 3D. So Kirigami, like origami, involves folding, but in addition, they use cuts, and it's usually one piece of paper to create all of these elaborate looking ideas. It makes me think of cards, makes me think of pop-out books. So this is a birthday card that I created, and you can see that the pop-outs and the areas. Don't forget to use color sometimes. Sometimes that enhances your whole image. This is a fast motion of what I'm going to do when I slow it down and go step by step with you. Working more with just a geometrical design. Kirigami gives us such a different look at the folding because it adds that extra really cool element. Hi everyone, Miss Schlarman here, and today we're going to talk about Kirigami. Folding and cutting paper, creating pop-up art. Now, this one was the example you saw in fast motion. So I just want to shout out happy birthday to everyone if I haven't seen you in a while and it's your birthday, or rewatch this video and say happy birthday from me again. Okay, I'm just kidding. But anyhow, you can also make all these cool pop-outs by using the art of Kirigami. All right, so we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to start with first just folding my paper. And you saw in the examples already that there's lots of different designs you can come up with. You can use a ruler to be more accurate with your designs if you would like to. And that way you can make sure, okay, that line is 4 inches, and I'm going to make this one down here as well and bring it in there. And then I like, when I'm doing it, I like to use dotted lines because I know that's going to be a fold line instead of a cut line. Now, the next step I'm going to do, and this is just one simple design. So I'm just going to cut, and I'm going to cut on this one, just a rectangle. Now I need to fold. I'm going to go over and fold on the side there. Okay, so I've got that first crease. Now when I open it, I'm going to pop this fold out and reverse it. So you're going to reverse that fold and it's going to come out. Now, this one happens to be going the right way because I fold it, but this one also needs to be reversed. Okay, so now I'm going to take it and just make sure all my folds are in the right spots. So I'm going to crease them down so it's a little more stable. And there I have a basic little shape. So this is just one simple design, right? So you can look at it. It's just one simple design. Now, how can I make this a little bit more elaborate? Okay, I'm going to, once again, I'm going to go ahead and you can use the ruler if you want to be more specific. I just want to make it a little faster. I'm going to cut just another rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and then I know this one's going to fold back. Okay, fold back. And then when I open it, okay, I need to reverse this fold because it's going to go back in. It's going to get confusing the more you do, but the only way you get better at something is practicing it. So then I'm going to fold that back. And you kind of got to be gentle because the paper rips easily. Oh my gosh, it looks like I just made a couch. It looks like I made like a couch and like I need to make a TV over here and I could have like a whole 3D room. All right, so look at that. That's kind of cool. Now, when you open it up, it'd be like, oh, here's your couch. I could draw like a little soda on the sleeve, or I can get kind of creative, or let's just keep doing geometric designs. And so I'm going to do the same pattern again. I'm going to cut into here, cut into there, and I'm just going to make like this cool looking design. So I want to be careful. And the difference between origami and kirigami is kirigami, you're cutting and you're folding, which opens up a whole different kind of element. Origami is traditionally just using paper folds. So here we go. We'll pop this one out. Oop, make sure those guys go there. And it's all about, okay, which way are you folding? Is it being reverse fold? And it's back and forth, creating that pattern. Oh, look how cool that looks. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's just so neat looking. I mean, and you can really make some cool cards using this technique. If you get more elaborate, you can use an X-Acto blade. If you use an X-Acto blade, you can get a little more detail, but you also have to be careful. Make sure that you don't cut anything, and you always cut on a cutting board so you don't ruin any tabletops, and use adult supervision. Okay, that looks so cool. I could just keep going and adding more stuff, but I think this is neat. And also one thing I could have done is planned it out, added color to it. I could put a backing behind it of a different color so that it doesn't show, but I personally like the clean look of just the shadows of how the light hits it and where it's coming. You can see the different planes, the surface that it's created. All right, everyone, get creative. I can't wait to see your kirigami. You could look at how this one was cut. You can just see that it was like 3 cuts there and they all fold it, and it kind of makes this really cool, interesting design. All right, good luck. Bye.